Hello students, welcome again. Yalan chik ngata video lecture series and ngata changma welcome. Terang ngata during a video lecture series po ngata class 12th ngata students ko ne pia ngata joseno. Class 12th ngata book ngata politics in India since independence a book second boyteno. Tenaka book pe ngata chapter first, tang second, tang third po complete songteno. Tenna we book pe ngata during chapter number 4 bu chucheseno. Kaf chapter number 4 ngata lesson chichik ngata record chustono. Teneka lesson benangkwa first lesson enangkwa ngatang chisels ngatang cells India kazuk shik international context enangkwa independence thob yana free song. Tenangata ha go India ma challenging yana difficult circumstances enangkwa born song tho. Difficult circumstances che azerna enna time jikanangkwa second world war wo end song te do. Tena war enangkwa reconstruction ela zuldo. Enna time jikang atan decolonization process wa ketang peak chikalate duk tene African dang Asian nation nang ko ngatan nation mangpo independent charu tene enna time jikanang ko global level ka ngata cold war era o ketang begin song te duk tene ka o cold war era o ketang two superpowers e barla US tang USSR niske bala charu tene tenna nang ko e superpower niske world bo ketang two groups nang ko divide chusuduk group niska khong iske lead churuk US lead chichik po US lead churuk yang chuk po ketang USSR lead churuk izuk shik international environment nang kwa Indian foreign policy we formulate chokan founders Nehru we ketang ata foreign policy wo ketang found churuk yana lead churuk then Nehru we ngata India la foreign policy strategy somaji ngata tang du kalung ata non alignment movements du non-alignment movements are the policy of not aligning with any of the two blocks. Block niska nyampo block niska join michoches block a politics nang ni thagre andukches tene nang independent foreign policy pursue choches pa non-alignment zerduk tene tena nang ko cells Indian foreign policy ve objective po cells tenang ni chichik pen rang sovereignty yana independence po ka ketang difficult ma kaspo nyam po top to ketang preserve churches then second po ketang ati foreign policy objective po ketang territorial integrity protect churches you ketang ati foreign policy objective third po ketang development and well-being ati foreign policy objective po in pen tene tenna nang ko ngatang dring non alignment in nang ko non alignment a continuation in nang ko dring ngatang silches anok Afro Asian unity yang na African continent tang Asian continent niska unity chogoshes du cooperate chogoshes du spares sangme nang ko developmental spares nang ko security we spares nang ko ngatang cooperate chogoshes duk zekane ketang ngata idea o ketang ka o ketang ngatarang Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru betang otes ko lang atang silen Afro Asian unity sangme sangala ngatang Nehru ngatang chizedu khong zedu envisaged a major role for India. Nehru khong samduk India should play a major role. India wo ketang world affairs en angkwa nyampo Asian affairs en angkwa major role ji play chogoshes nok zudu khoi. Che chogoshes nok khone zedu ki ngati size ala given its size ngati location ngati power potential was taste India should play a major role in world affairs, especially in the Asian affairs. Ngati size chunmonok we are a huge country in terms of size ala ngati location bo strategic location ji ngati power potential bo huge hote no each sang maltaste India katang ata world affairs anong ko major role ji play jogo shes no katang thakre ando go shes mano katang world affairs anong ko actively participate jogo shes no nyampo especially in the Asian affairs anong ko ngata actively participate jogo shes no zat kya ko his era yana Nehru ve time period po 1947 in 1964 chupangata Nehru era juano kwe time jiganang ko angatan chitong tuk marked by the establishment of contact between India and other newly independent states in Asia and Africa khong atu seka 1947 nitang se 1964 chupa ngatang chitong tuk ngatang tong tuk ki India ve young newly independent states nyampo for example Asia nyampo Asia nangko newly independent states nyampo African nangko chamsek newly independent states tuk khong changman nyampo close contact establish relation gyala je establish hala Throughout 1940s and 1950s, Nehru had been an ardent advocate of Asian unity. 1940s and 1950s ebarla Nehru ke tang sangme sang strongest supporter of Asian unity in kya. That means kong sangme sang mambo ena ka stress nan kya. Wale nang ko Asian unity ka focus nang kan jiyod na to Nehru in kya nam 1940s and 50s ebarla. This thing Asian Relation Conference tangata. Ta enna objective okhurde under his leadership ngata Jawaharlal Nehru leadership enangkwa India ngata Asian Relation Conference pakata ngata start churuk March 1947 enangkwa kau kata chin kya 5 months ahead of attaining its independence. That means ngati foreign policy ngata objective po Afro-Asian unity objective po Asian nangkwa major role play chuche se kata ngata tes tawa wo ngata independence ngal la guzuk song te pen zerano kau kazo guzuk mundo Asian Relation Conference se kane guzuk song. India made earnest effort for the early realization of freedom of Indonesia from the Dutch colonial regime. Nyampo nerui matale. Matanchi saduk khong saduk Dutch colonial regime kazuga by convening an international conference in 1949 to support its freedom struggle. Ta tenna ve nangjin ngata Asian relation ngata Asian unity ve nangjin Nehru ve zerduk Indonesia free chakoseseno in Nehru ve Indonesia freedom la support churu khong jaduk Indonesia Dutch colonial regime kane free chakoseseno then Indonesia ve freedom bo support chala 1949 enangkwa international conference ngan support charuk ngata international conference ngata meeting je charuk kanangkwa again ngata Nehru chi support charuk Dutch freedom struggle la support charuk. India was a staunch supporter of the decolonization process and firmly opposed racism, especially apartheid in the South Africa. Tene nyampo India ketan sangme sang foremost supporters sangme sang supporter chunmo duk decolonization process. That means colonialism bo end chagoshes duk zedukhongai. Racism lakong oppose shuruk. Nyampo South Africa nangkwa apartheid regime ka ketan racism policies in kya blacks को ना कहता deliberately discriminate चुचे से policies इनके South Africa नंका कावे खिलाफ लंगाता नेल्सन मंडेले history उसेल्स तो लेके तंग खोंग कहता अपोज शुरू apartheid region ला अपोज शुरू तेना गाता नेल्सन मंडेला तेना खोंग support शुरू हला ते सिंगे 1955 नंका बंदुंग conference गाता जी ta Asian Relation Conference po Asian Continent's Unity pe khongojos ta I Bandung Conference ka keta 1955 enang kojos yu ketang ata chin kya khongai Afro Asian Unity ve ketang choga step chikin chakta ata Afro Asian Conference held in the karu held song dok Indonesia nang ko city juk dok ata Bandung zakane city jik 1955 enang ko held song tong ata kaulang ata thing ata history nang ko Bandung Conference jono hala tangata Bandung Conference wachino khonga kata Bandung Conference po Afro Asian Unity choga step chiknenteno tenna wo step tenna ve nangshin khonga kata African dang Asian leaders sangme kata conference chosyak Indonesia nangkwa 1955 nangkwa kalangata Bandung Conference rano teni you ngata chenkyak mark this zenith sang peak stage of India's engagement with the newly independent Asian and African nation. Tayo do I Bandung Conference po ngati sangme sang peak stage po inkyak sangme sang highest stage po inkyak kaka wakha ngati engagement cha do newly independent Asian dang African nation. That means Asian dang African nation iska unity choche se nangkwa khong iska chokshe khongche se nangkwa chik choche se nangkwa you ketang India with sangme sang highest engagement inkyak Telesting ni Bandung Conference for later led to the establishment of norm. Telesting ni katang katang ches songkyak enna Bandung Conference po name establishment ekatang reason jigur kyak names enna non-alignment movement a found cheches a reason chunmo jik enna Bandung Conference po gur kyak. Tena name a first summit po Belgrade enangko held song tok 1961 enangko. Kave ketang Nehru co-founder gurto ngata. Halal. Nehru Chiguto, co-founder, kave name yana non-alignment movement. Non-alignment lumala lengatan not alignment, not to align with any blocks. Block niska nyampo align chuches mano. Tena po policy bo ngatan non-alignment movement zalano. nga ta iu ke ta na ka end song tanong dringa taksa nga ta sil sartano non alignment strategy nga ta detail lang ko sil tanong ta dring ta is ta nga ta sil chesano peace and conflict in China with China, sorry, peace and conflict with China. The China nyampo ka katangati neighboring countries jigin ka nyampo relation ngati traveling relation jig history jig tu te venang ko peace katang peace kazo song to conflict kazo start song to otes ko lasil chisno ngati neighboring countries China nyampo peace and conflict history ngata siden sanga sanga langata thong tu initial stage ka ka ngata tana. That means India independence chazana, China found chazana. Khong iske relation bo kazuk shikduk ngat kalte ngata stana tenanga ta thong duk khong relation bo ma friendly note ka start song to gomangola start chazana. Relationship started on a friendly note ala. Iske relation bo ma gyala jiga gozuk song to gomangola gozuk chazana. Iska ma friendly duk Hindi chini bye bye ye Facebook ketanga ta duk. Unlike its relationship with the Pakistan, Free India began its relationship with China on a very friendly note. Tado ngati nyampo Pakistan nyampo relation bo initial stage goma ne phala ketang kharab wacce ngata midik chess bo conflict po ketang gozuk ne phala start song kya but China nyampo relation bo ngati early stage ka ngata initial stage ka ma friend ngata friendly yotten to goma ngula ngata first stage ka ngati relation bo ma friendly yotten so nyampo China nyampo tena pizerno gozuk po ma friendly note chika ngata gozuk song ngati relation bo tena nangin Chinese nangko revolution yung 1949 nangko called Chinese revolution zerano 1949 nangko China nangko communism kya then India was the first country to recognize the communist government then kita India kita what nangko first country in kya kave communist government la recognize chos you kita you koknang you communist government you China kita ngati authentic government head kita ko recognize kya halta friendly mirale first time ketan China recognize chokan bang atang indak khong government por thik nok kan bang atang rak communist revolution la ketan author ata accept chokan bang atang indak ala Nehru felt strongly for his neighbor that was coming out of the shadow of western domination and helped the new government in the international fora tado Nehru khokna never choga China chogama soft feelings jo kya kong zet kya ki izuk si country ka western domination ang bing song du kho te choga ke tang kong soft feeling ji kala feeling jo kya kala brotherly feeling jo kya nyapo enna government la international forum ka ma mo support just kya neri that means China international forum ka lan mang po in Nehru support just kya for example China ke tang lan chek ta Nehru just kya ki China ke tang ata security council nang ko permanent seat thok was no just kya Zerches la i permanent seat ponga la India offers kya but India refused to say that you China tang was na kan asperado ala tena fe ketan zano ki early stage ka ngati relation ba ma friendly hoten tete friendly example banga tan tong du Chinese revolution nang ko ngata samma sangala India recognize shuru te sene ketan tado India nang ko ngati colleague khachik ngata Nehru ve khokana colleague khachik la te jana sarka kya ko Khongazarat kya ki there might be a possible Chinese attack in future. Khongazarat kya ki future enang ko Chinese engata attack cho riche sinok so dekho ngazas kya. For example enang ko some of his colleagues like Vallabhbhai Patel, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel were worried about the possible Chinese aggression in future. Tada khong colleague cabinet nang ko nyampo dukkan engata colleague chik Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel khong atte jana ketang worried dukana khong sarkas yongso kao ketang khong Nehru altine ngon chukya kana go khong azato ki future in ko China ngata attack chogos nok Chinese aggression yong riche sinok yo langata slas yo langata nangwe na borgo sinok skya khoi so skya ngata Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel but Nehru thought it was exceedingly unlikely that India will face an attack from China but Nehru samay kya ki you man possible mano I chokse ketan ngata China ngata attack choche a possibility ketan ma minimum you unlikely no you ketan galat jeto ngata kyon you khong as ke you galat jetano khong ngata attack choche se ketan possibilities mani yong amano to hala ito ngata se jetok Nehru jetok for a very long time ena nang sinta Nehru China ketan pura believe matlab China choga ketan full sympathy kya tene China ne relation bo made mo chusubara kya matlab pura friendly kya ko tena venangsin for a very long time Chinese border was guided by paramilitary forces tena ve pengati China na pocham sing boundary du border du te venang ko army guide chomatya army ve ketan guard chomatya you say guard chomatya paramilitary forces for example CRPF nang khong guide chomatya khong te kar khong kya That means ngati Chinese border reka army uketna mas thing jine mane matang suteno lo mangpo supa ngati Chinese border reka paramilitary guide paramilitary kun ngati border ka dus tesene punch hilala ngata daksa initial phase po siltanong relation gyala ut kana phase po punch hil tatena venangjin a joint enunciation of punch hil yana five principles of peaceful coexistence by Indian Prime Minister Nehru and Chinese Premier Zhou Enlai on 29th April 1954 was a step in the direction of a stronger relationship between the two countries. Enna ve direction enangkwa India dang China iske badla agreement yana policy jik sign song to kalangata punch seal jaduk yana punch seal jana five principle punch janangata पांच हिंदी अलangata हिंदी ve punch na पांच sa five la jano kalangata jaduk five principles of coexistence ekatangata policy jik sign song to India Prime Minister Nehru dang Chinese Prime Premier Jun Ilai nyampo ketang sign song to yunam sign song to 29 April 1954 enangku sign song to Panchil agreement. Then you change was a step in the direction of a stronger relationship between the two countries. Then you niske bala relationship of strong chuche se ketang policies in kya kao Panchil ho. India and Chinese leaders visited each other's country and were greeted by large and friendly crowds. Tena ena time jika niske country nangko visit ang chat kya. Chinese ketang premier ngati nangko kya ngati prime minister ni nangko chat kya. Tena aru cha jana niska ketang ma warmly welcome jikta kya. Ma mi mangpu jika khonga bangta welcome jichu at kya. Hala yo dongata initial bono homi ngata te Chinese Hindi Chini bye bye Facebook. Tesini Chinese invasion of 1962. Tangata Sardar Vallabhbhai ke tangata zera marangata zuk shichha riche senok to ngata demba rang songkya 1962 nangko Chinese ngata invade joskya attack joskya ta yu gata attack che jo sote nangko ngata stana reason boltana two developments strained the relation between the two ta the history nangko development ni se jaste due to two reason I ni pe jaste India and China relation bo strained song sokpo song zarano. That means India and China relation bo sokpo chache senang kwa unfriendly chache senang kwa reason is yod jetanongata. Tenane first reason bangatan silna first bo. Tenangatan tongduk China annexed Tibet in 1950. 1950 nangkwa China Tibet po annex churuk kabza churuk Tibet po ketang kabza churuk po de rangwang po ketang kongkok sekhirdu. Then it thus removed a historical buffer between the two countries. Then Tibet po ketang capture chose pasang ni India dan China berla buffer zone jikala buffer zone jana जैसे you India in क्या you China in क्या तेने ई parla country chun जिग्यो ना तेने युला buffer जरा नोंगता buffer zone युला buffer zone hala for example you Tibet in hala you buffer zone hala tado China Tibet la annex chose 1950 nangkwa. But that means 1950 sangalla China dang India iske barla buffer zone jo kyak Tibet jakanji 1950 nangkwa I Tibet e chip Tibet to China part gyut pasong pasane ketang tanga tanji song I buffer zone ba metkan song kya hala jana janok thus removed the historical buffer between the two countries ngata iske buffer ba ketang remove chos. Initially the government of India did not oppose this openly. The government of India China ve Tibet annex choches poala openly oppose machos kya but internally khong kitama po oppose kya but te ve kitama opposition bo openly khone mathan kya khona Chinese government la openly convey machos kya khone opposition bo hala but openly oppose mat kya but internally khong te kani concerned kya but as more information came out in about the suppression of Tibetan culture and Indian government grew uneasy. Tene kule ketang Tibet nang ni information soma bing tiang kyak news soma chorat kyak the news enang ko khonchi chorat kyak Tibet a culture bo suppress charuk Tibet enang ko Buddhism bo pura suppress charuk ngata Buddhism bo ketang Buddhism a culture khonang bo met kan charuk then each sama choren human right violation mang po charuk te sama choren tene ketang Indian government bo kule khon acher ka mang po jons kyak uneasy good kyak tangata chitong si chogo sino we should take some steps jakane ketang step chigalep kyak tangata. Tena nangko angata Tibetan spiritual leader His Holiness Dalai Lama sought and obtained political asylum in India in 1959. tena time chika ngata ngelwa rimboche ala ngata ngelwa isin bu yana His Holiness the Dalai Lama pod ni ngata pod ni yongste Indian angko skut kya ngal tena India ve ketang konga welcome chos kya protection tangs kya India ngata India ko Indian angko sang welcome chos ketang konga protection tangs kya kala ngata that means kya rimboche ketang pod ni short yongs kya Indian angko Indian government ko pura welcome tangs kya kala. The Tibetan spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, sought and obtained political asylum. Political jana ngata protection tangches. For example, young countries jinang ni kita musical te short te na te short te kan ba kita Indian government te kita accept chona samai sangala ta yong buchuk na. Tesini kita ko protection mong tang na ten tola political asylum jara no. And now to say gawrin bochang kita ngata pot ni short te onskia. Short te onse kita Indian government te ko yong ang chuskia boundary ka welcome chuskia nenya punya bokong political protection dikna skia. Hala. You tangs pasani then Chinese government alleged Indian government law was allowing anti-China activities to take place from within India. Then China India nyadgal kala kya India China zarakya Indian government anti-China activities pochurukina countries nangkwa. That means China zarakya India nangkwa anti-China activities mamang pucharu. Then to ketan cha chukan ba Indian government khonang enchi duktangata. Indian government khonang la nyadkala you cannot churukala. Kena elo choru iso se ketan anti China activities po ketan cha wishes met pen but kiri to elo choru zait kya ngata Indian government la nyat kala kya yung ngata song first reason ala ngata that means India and China relation bo friendly nangni unfriendly che good the very reason is pen first po ketan ngata Tibet context bo Tibet China Tibet next shows tene ngati buffer bo kana met kan song initially oppose majus but kule ten ngko ngata suppression ngata news so human right violation in news mang po yongs tene ngata India ve ketang atang jawari mo say ketang political asylum sang protection tangs tene China atang yet kal anti China activities mang pucharuk zade first reason bo then a second reason bo boundary dispute kya ngata a little earlier a boundary dispute had surfaced between India and China tene chalo is ansek singala 1950 sangalla China Tibet by next to sangalla India and China bala boundary dispute chik surface on kya ngata boundary way ka dispute chik bing tong skya nati border China the India way border ka dispute bing skya then India claimed that boundary was a matter settled in the colonial times but China said that any colonial decision did not apply ta India said ki e boundary were dispute po colonial time ka settle song temet daksa kati kuzuk si boundary yo to colonial time ka settle song te to dix tente nang kuchang dispute met zat but China said China कौन से क्यों जे क्या कि ngai colonial decision bo accept cha met tento apply cha mano British posong sa tiyod met kya tinga tang government somano newly independent country India no tinga ta Chinese revolution asa ngata somano te visit kya ki ningpes piranga ta mano dring ata somano China zet kya ki nganme decision bo apply cha mano ngaje accept cha met zet kya hala ngata India tang China barla boundary bo McMahon line zara no का McMahon line bo British cho sa song kya British time ka ngata jos kya tene tenna lo zara kya ki ngata China accept job met zara kya main dispute ngata I boundary ka main dispute pagar du main dispute was about the western and eastern end of the long border main dispute po India we western dang eastern end na ko do east west ha ma ko ngata direction east western dang eastern end na ko main dispute to boundary dispute hala tate sining ata tang ata China che juruk China Indian boundary khonang ba accept job med you boundary mano hala you boundary chokan bo colonial time je ka song tong accept job med jiskya te sine China che joslo China claimed areas within Indian territory tang ata China ngatara Indian angku yotkana territory sang ma China inje de claim cho atya for example Ladakh banga je inje de claim cho atya Arunachal Pradesh banga je inje de claim cho atya jese nang ko che duk China claimed two areas within Indian territory. Indian territory nangko ayutkani areas khachik China claim chaatya. For example, sanga sangala Aksai Chin area in Ladakh region of Jammu and Kashmir. Daksang ata Jammu Kashmir khak mano. Aksai Chin ka ketan UT Ladakh nangko ayut halanga tangal ayut pen to ketan China in the claim chaatya. But daksang at inches pa ketan ati Ladakh se khak incha you. Ladakh se ketan boundary nangko yancha. But you China in the claim chaatya daksa inches pa ketan China occupy chose check you. Hala. Secondly, much of the state of Arunachal Pradesh in what was then called NEHRU, North Eastern Frontier Agency kalanga tangala Arunachal Pradesh la NEHRU kya tene Arunachal Pradesh ke ta mang che de part po Arunachal Pradesh entire almost state sangma Arunachal Pradesh khonang pura completely kalangala NEHRU pen to ke tan China claim chat ke yung ajain. That means Ladakh senang ko Ladakh region bong ajain Arunachal Pradesh bong ke tan ay inj de claim chat kya kaw ke tan yung ches po Indian territory nang ko yang kya. Then between 1957 and 59, Chinese occupied the Aksai Chin area and built a strategic road there. Then 1957 dang 59 ebar la China Aksai Chin ka Ladakh senang ko yot pen Indian territory nang ko fall side pen to ketang occupy chus to capture chus kabza chus ngata illegally occupy chus then nyampo tenang ko khong road chang chus kya tado you way before 1962 cha sangal la boundary dispute pa ketang du len kya hala atam 57 dang 59 nang ko. Despite a very long correspondence and discussion among the top leaders, these differences could not be resolved. Tado I boundary ka mamampo correspondence ngatan spera dulet kyak discussion chat kyak top leaders sangathu kyak yang spera tan kyak but I differences pokatan resolve chomanyan boundary dispute pokata tena jogalus. Several small border skirmishes between the armies of the two countries took place. Tene kata border ka kata ngalang 1962 sangala chun ngata jigmu chun kata chen dugat pen. Ani chik fire choji tene ne fire choji te so kata ngata incident po kata chen dugat pen jetna ngata. Tesini finally China ve kata chi jostok a massive attack kala ngata launch jostok ngata China ve. China launched a massive attack. India la kata attack chunmo ji launches. China launched a swift and massive invasion in October 1962. First invasion banam chose October 1962 namko chose on the both the disputed region ta first bo disputed region namko Arunachal region dispute pe kata boundary dispute pe jaga nis kamet panata kaka Ladakh se namko chik Aksai Chin area namko tena Arunachal Pradesh namko tena jaga niska kha attack jus kon Arunachal kha attack chose tena Ladakh se jaga attack chose. First attack lasted 1 week. Then the first attack in October 1962 nan Chokonbo, you hafta chiglus kya. And Chinese forces captured some key areas in Arunachal Pradesh. Then ngata nyampo chi josok Chinese hai Arunachal Pradesh namko jaga khachik captured sokon occupy josok Arunachal Pradesh namko. Second wave of attack ngata then ngata second attack josok wave of attack came next month. Matlab October namko first attack comes November namko next attack bokhone jos kya. While Indian forces could block the Chinese advances in the western front in Ladakh, tado Ladakh senang ko khong attack poketang khong Indian forces la block chonyan kya. That means Ladakh na ko khong advancement mangpoji matlab kya Ladakh se ketang territory mangpoji khong capture machos kya. Te kananga Indian forces e ketang ko block chonyan kya. Gak nen kya. Hala. But in the east chala Arunachal Pradesh senang ko Chinese managed to advance nearly to the entry point of Assam plains. East Senangko China almost Arunachal Pradesh pura capture choste almost Assam alek ki chat kya pangata. That means East Senangko Chinese poketa jaga mangpo occupy chos kya almost pura Arunachal Pradesh poketa occupy choste Assam alek ki chat kya pangata. Finally, last Seka China declared unilateral ceasefire and its troops withdrew to where they were before the invasion began. Then last ka ketang ata China ve ketang ceasefire declare choru ka ceasefire ba ketang unilateral kokona declare choru na ko chang bilateral ceasefire je India na iska nyampu duk se ceasefire cho mero kokona unilateral ceasefire ngata unilaterally ceasefire declare choru then ngata ko troops po ngal la ka ruyot pe 1962 ve invasion sangal la ka ruyot pen tena ka lok se choru hala yung ata song Chinese attack po October 1962 namko first then ngata November 1962 namko second attack po this ngata do al tangata the Chinese invasion of 1962 Chinese war wo India fe ketan sang me sang thelwa chon mo jeng kya world stage ka ketan ha go kya ki India with power potential te sang pure ketan expose hong kya tena we phase no it was a sense of national humiliation eu ketan ngata national humiliation essence ga ngata national level ka sang ma thelche humiliation feel che mana je bestie type chigala te chosong kya China war dented India's image at home and abroad. Tado ive ala China war ve India image po chikpa tanga ta domestic India khokhona nangko ala nangko nganga ta nangko ke tanga ti image po ke tang pat se ke tang khosong ke matlab image po ke tang kaungala power potential jik the pen to ke tang te khanga ta met kan jik abroad chigala global level ka again ngati image po ke tang ta met kan song ke ngati image kaw ketang power potential image chot pen to ketang India chang meru gala India is nothing in front of China zekane ketang image po ketang dot kya both in India ngata domestic level ka India nang ko anyam po global level ka then at time jika India had approached Americans and British for military assistance to tide over the crisis taina time jika India ta mother tong zara khorat kya for example jitong se problem ji chana ngati laga chang medna tenanga tam pilo mother tong za chmana nga ya to chose za kan ji time jika tena time jika India America jis kya ngaja military assistance tongs British military assistance tongs tai kan ngati security nang ko problem bu ngati nang ko i kam do ngati chi ngati nang ko defense problem duk zakan mangata hago tene Soviet Union ena time jika keta neutral duk duk ho keta so chok chomiruk India chok chomiruk nyampo China chok chomiruk it induced a sense of national humiliation ta in 1962 be war be ngata pura India sangme gangma ala keta humiliation jik face songkya besti ji songkya at the same time but at the same time nationalism spirit पर कितना strong है क्या जैसे crisis time जिका nationalism spirit पर कितना highest stage का level होता ते time जिका ngata samachik chano India as a whole पर कितना united chano then songs around 1962 war in ko humiliation face song but ngati nationalism spirit पर कितना stronger jos tate nang ko yang chi lep ngata ena 1962 war be nang ko ngata khyat pozena top army commanders either resigned or retired you ketang military failure chikma so ngata asam nang ko north east nang ko pura fail song arunachal pradesh pura capture cho tena वजह से ketang army commander gun samkyak yu ngati jase fail song tano yu ngati responsibility in pen boundary protect choches pa ketang army responsibility in pen jete tena nang sin kone for moral responsibility be basis ka kone resign jos ki kana retire song kya then Nehru with close associate ko kana close friend ka ketang defense minister in pen V.K. Menon kung ketang cabinet pang song kya kung resign dang kya hala chesana moral responsibility background ka tesini ta in 1962 be political effect pachi lepto kala politics nang ko Indian politics nang ko chi khat lepto ka tenga ta thando sangme sangalata Nehru we stature ba reputation bo sangme samam pa suffer Nehru reputation e kamar sande khat lep Nehru ngalla global level ka ma reputed leader jikta pen khud ukra leader jikta pen but khong reputation bo 1962 war en ko ma shattered song ma suffer song da khong reputation hala Nehru's own stature suffered as he was severely criticized for his nape assessment of Chinese intention and lack of military preparedness tene ko sang me criticize cho atya sang me sangalata Chinese intention bo ketang hamago ata Nedung ala zarat ma you unlikely inogala Chinese invasion bo unlikely inog zaramet pena Vallabhbhai Patel ke tang kona kongkhong ke tang ta koshish chat men king ada Chinese aggression yong riches inog de but Nehru zarat men you unlikely no tena be kona zat kya ki Nehru a Chinese intention khonang bo hamago nyampo khong military preparedness mani miduk security be preparedness miduk te kasam Nehru criticize chat kya tena be for the first time history nang ko first time independence thing ni 1962 nang kwa no confidence motion ji kitang move song kya against the government and debated in Lok Sabha no confidence na government government ka ngaja confidence mera tenna be pe ngaji no confidence motion move chwa jitanga ta Lok Sabha nang kwa I confidence motion no confidence motion move song kya ka Lok Sabha nang ko move song kya te ka debate ang song kya to ngata first time in kya hala soon thereafter Congress lost some key by-elections to the Lok Sabha. The political mood of the country had begun to change. The tena time jika Congress eketa Lok Sabha election mangpo ngata Lok Sabha by-election ala ngata tena ko by-election for example Lok Sabha nang ko seat chi khali chado then te seat po keta mi tong se keta khali chado due to some reason ngata Lok Sabha nang ko MP we seat chi khali chadna te seat po keta yang election choches po ngata by-election zara no gala tena ote nang ko by-election nang ko Lok Sabha by-election nang ko Congress po keta jaga mangpo defeat song zara no tenenga tan thong do ki kule political moods of the country tene kule change ha chak ta kule one party dominance po end such a time kale bachya hala the one party dominance po end such a nang ko e 1962 de bekale kitna major role je play just to kan wo ibtan tan you political effect of 1962 tenang ko political effect tenang ko mainly tenanok Nehru we stature bo kitna sang bo ham song no confidence motion of Lok Sabha nang ko first time tene Congress po Lok Sabha by election mangpo defeat songkong hala teninga tayang 1962 विख्यात चिची ngati political party khan lep kya kata opposition party khachi ka lep kya tenane opposition party communist party ka I vichang ma sanction ma khyat lep kya ngata communist party of india ka communist party of india ka tanga sana communist party of india ka ngata 1962 be war achi khyat lep toklana sino indian conflict affected the opposition as well tado ngata sino indian India and China relation la Sino-Indian zera dong ada Indo-China zera mano jesa Indo-China zekane region jotya Pacific nangkwa Pacific region nangkwa Indo-China zera region jikta botya tena vete iska differentiate cho ala ngata India and China relation la Sino-Indian relation zera no Sino-Indian conflict ke tan khyat opposition parties gone khan lep tate nani ke tan swika lep jana Communist Party of India kate vikhyat lep swika Communist Party of India kate vikhyat lep in this growing rift between China and Soviet Union created irreconcilable differences within the Communist Party of India. hala ya jule matlab tado chesana China and Soviet Union ala China Soviet Union both the communist countries in China iska communist in kya in iske barla differences mang po emerge kya kule niska ke tamidik chesat kya 1962 war nang ko ngata tong du chesana ngata Russia Soviet Union neutral do amera ngata 1962 war nang ko tatte vi ngata chi kha gono ki China and Soviet Union iske barla rift hai na yana conflict emerge haru का व्याख्यात पोवाला इन इसके बारला कॉन्फ्लिक्ट व्याख्यात पो ngati party Indian party opposition party jik Communist Party of India vekhang te khyat lapto te vekhyato I party ka lepto ngata that means Soviet Union dang China niska medic je suches pejas the kon iske barla conflict dang jes vekhyaat po ngati Indian party jik Communist Party of India ka te vekhyaat po lepto in angochi charuk pro USSR faction anya Communist Party of India nang ko group ni sotpen chichik po USSR support jotpen chichik po China support jotpen ta inang ni USSR la support jokan faction bo Communist Party of India nang ko dukstok yang chik po yala Communist Party nang ko duktok and moved towards closer ties with Congress tene katang ye Communist Party of India nang ko matlab USSR achok chokane group po Communist Party of India nang ko duktok tenang khong achi chodo Congress nang po relation bo sik sima stronger chosto ko Congress choka song to teni yang faction chikpo ka ketang China yuton pro China yutpen to ketang atang Congress se khilaf song to hala other faction was for some time closer to China and was against any ties with Congress Congress na po kazuk shigetang atang relation bo chesmano tena venangjin e party Communist Party of India or split song to divide song to hala and the leaders of the latter faction ingata pro US China faction bo formed Communist Party of India Marxist CPIM 1964 enang ko Communist Party of India konang bo khagni senang ko divide song chichik bo ketang CPI ka ketang Congress se nyam po close relation bor kane party yang chik bo ketang CPIM ka ketang pro China faction enok tene ka gone ketang party samajik 1964 enang ko suks CPIM hala yo nangata effect on Communist Party of India 1962 war when Communist Party of India ka chi khyat lep zenangata Communist Party of India ka tan divide song zarano te bejaste te sinitangata 1962 ve India chi lesson thok to kalangata ikane India ka tan chi learning lesson learned chi lesson learned chosangata tana lesson learned from the 1962 the war with China altered India's leadership to a volatile situation in the northeast region tado India China nampo war vejaste India ngata hago kyak ngati northeast region enang ko situation ma sopodu ngata northeast region beka ma focus tang washes duk zakan boko hago kyak hala ngata chi hago tok northeast enang ko region northeast region e kanang wa ma tang washes duk I region beka tang develop chok washes duk apart from being isolated sangna sangala in northeast region ba isolated kya kata India mainland India kanema thagrin jiga isolated region ne kono ko kya nyampo yu I region bo sang underdeveloped region ni matlab yarges met kya kenan ko ngata underdeveloped kya this region also presented India with the challenge of national integration and political unity nyampo I region bena ko ngata chi ongstok national integration e challenge ongstok tena political unity be challenge ongstok taine palas kya ki ngata national integration and kala shogosno political unity kala shogos duk zakan bo ko hago Tene nyampo process of its reorganization began soon after the China War. Tene ena China War esingni northeast region khonang bo reorganize suche se ketang process bo start song. Tene tena nangjin Nagaland la ketang state tangs Manipur and Tripura. Though Union territories were given the right to elect their own legislative assemblies. Konang wala legislative assemblies ta. Hala, you in kyak lesson learned ala. Matlab ngata 1962 war ve ngata chi lesson hago. Inan government la chi lesson jitob jana. Sangma sangala ngata hago. Ngati northeast region enang ko situation boma difficult duk. Ma dengata situation sokpo jiduk volatile dengata situation jiduk. Che duk jana iu ketan sangma sangala ta isolated duk inang ko connectivity region potazam menduk. Then i region bo underdeveloped duk. Hala tenang ata ha goruk national integration challenge face song. Then soon after 1962 ngatan chichos e region bo reorganized shows Nagaland state tangs Manipur Tripura ko union territories tang khonang wala assemblies tangs. Hala then you diring ata na ga stop chana langata next lesson nang ko ata you further continue chun. Then diring ata lesson nang ko ngata start po katanga nang chos pen ngata Afro Asian unity kanang ata start chos. Inang ko ngata India cells India ngata cells ki India ve major role je play chuche se kata aim jigdu tena nang in India keta 1947 enang ko Asian Relation Conference established ru 1955 enang ko Bandung conference po convention ru kao keta thing ni region gyutuk name found chuche se region gyutuk tena peace and conflict with China enang ko ngala cells ki starting at ka in iske relation boma friendly utpen China India was the first country to recognize communist China nyampo inang ko leaders khachi ke te jana ke tang khonga NEHRU ke tang zarat men ki inang ko ngata demo chha was no possible Chinese attack future enang ko chha riches nok zarat men Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel then an Asian Panchil agreement 5 principles agreement signed so 1954 enang ko then last ka initial final ngata Chinese invasion then Chinese per invade chuches enang ko reason is yana niske India and China relation bo unfriendly chuches ke tang reason is duk then first po ke tang China ngata Tibet China with Tibet annex churches po kanan ko kita India kita ngata gawrin bo che political aslim tangches pe jase hala then yang che ngata duk boundary dispute jala ngata boundary India and China bala boundary dispute duk ka boundary po kita colonial time ka resolve song tok but China je to ki yo kita decision bo ngaje kabla chamro yuk to colonial time je ka song tanok hala then tena nangsin in China kita ngati Indian within Indian territories nang ko territories khachi claim chur for example Ladakh se nang ko Aksai Chin claim churuk Arunachal Pradesh po claim churuk then last ka ketang Chinese attack charuk first attack po ketang October 1962 nang ko charuk hala tene ketang ata 62 nang ko jaga niske nang ko attack charuk Ladakh nang ko attack charuk Arunachal nang ko attack charuk tene second po ketang November 1962 nang ko attack charuk but last ka ketang ata charuk Chinese po ketang unilateral ceasefire declare charuk tene ata ko nang hala karatun te ka lok charuk tene nang ko ata national humiliation jik face charuk inang ko India ve potential bo ketang purang ata thong du India ketang underdeveloped du yana ketang China dun lang ata खोदू आता बेसी जगह छकन जगह लाले तेने आता पॉलिटिकल इफेक्ट न गुजे चरुक नो कॉन्फ्रेंस मोशन जक फर्स्ट टाइम हो शुरू कांग्रेस पर बाय इलेक्शन बोलो शुरू कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी वे कहता है ये वे ख्यात कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी kan लेप तो कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी कहता आता टू ग्रुप्स न को डिवाइड चरुक स्प्लिट चरुक CPI दं CPI M न को आला CPI कहता को प्रो USSR इन CPI M बो प्रो चाइना फैक्शन बो tenang ata ik hamen lesson learned janang ata northeast ka focus nang ches poketa 1962 war ekhane begin charu tene northeast ka ketan develop churches ka ngata nangwa tang du northeast poketa reorganize charu hala tene ina ka ngata option tene next lesson nem focus pa jaren te chukpa thank you